Hi guys, I want to talk to you about the whoosh effect and plateauing things that are going on inside your body. One of the things that people don't understand is your body is very resistant to weight loss. It likes to hold on to what it's got. It's a safety mechanism, and it's just something that it doesn't like to just shed because you want to lose weight. Ideally that's what we want, but the body doesn't like to do that. It likes to maintain a level of homeostasis where it's a safety feature. It's natural for somebody to hold on to their weight because that's the body's safety mechanism. So what ends up happening, you stall for weeks, sometimes days, sometimes weeks, sometimes it could be a month. The issue is the cell sheds its fat and water takes place of where that fat's at. That's the safety mechanism. It's trying to hold on to what it has because it's not wanting to get rid of it. It's trying to balance out your weight. It's a balancing safety act that your body tries to play. So then we try to play tricks. We try to cut calories. We try to do all this stuff and it doesn't work. And then we're looking at ourselves like, what are we doing? We're doing everything right. Why? First of all, you have to look at, are you following this way of eating correctly? Ketogenics has to be done a specific way. It's very forgiving per se, but you really need to follow a certain type of doing it. You can't just, one day you're at 150 grams of protein and then you're at 40 grams of fat, and then the next day you're at 150 grams of fat and you're at 40 grams of protein. It doesn't, it likes the same thing over and over again, but then it also tries to retain what it's got. So you have to be careful. You have to be trying to do the same type of thing, eating the same type of way. You can mix it up if you want, but just stay in the same ballpark. So, the scale's not moving. For one, test for ketones. The best way to do that is with a meter. It's not going to be with the strips because they're not very accurate. If you do use the strips, one of the ways to make the strips work for you better is by actually, or not better, but by keeping them longer. Cut the strips in half. It'll save you some money. Some people don't like that, but it does work. Are you hydrating properly? Are you consuming enough water? Now, there's some myths out there about half your body weight in ounces of water. That's not true. That can cause some problems because that can actually dilute your electrolytes and minerals and cause more of an issue than you would actually realize. And listening to the trainers and stuff at the gym and all that, they don't know a lot about nutrition, and your internet jockeys and stuff out there, they don't know a lot about that. If you have a lightly straw-colored urine, you're perfect. You're not diluting your electrolytes. You're in a healthy state. Are you constipated? Have you been having some issues with that? Are you taking your magnesium in the morning instead of at night before you go to bed because that's going to relax you a little bit more? It's going to let you sleep better. When you get up, it's going to be easier for you to use the bathroom. Are you not sleeping enough? Your body can become very resistant when you don't sleep enough. 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night is crucial. Your body loves that. It can be healthy off that, can relax like that, it can get rid of what it needs to get rid of like that. Sleep is so important. Are you stressed? Do you have people in your life that are constantly causing stress? Is work causing stress? Unfortunately, in those times, you're more than likely not going to lose weight. If you're stressed one day, but then 3 or 4 days, you're fine, and then you get stressed again, that one day is just like being stressed those 4 or 5 days. Your body doesn't like that. The increased cortisol release is it just doesn't want to let you lose weight. So the main things are, make sure you get sodium in you, make sure you're hydrating, make sure you're not constipated, make sure you're following this way of eating correctly, make sure you're getting proper sleep, you're getting stress out of your life, and just remember that stalls can last for a long time. And when your fat cell fills up with water instead of fat, you'll actually feel like a squishy feeling, like your abdominal area will be soft. It's called the squish or the whoosh. And that's what you're feeling. It's like, man, normally I don't feel like that. Why? It's because it's full of water. You get that little squishy feeling going on. Your body's ready to release. Sometimes you can do that by taking one day and actually consuming a larger amount of fat than what you're normally used to, and increasing your protein a little bit more, and then all of a sudden your body latches on to, wow, I got all this energy now, I got all this nutrients I can use, and then all of a sudden it'll dump what it has, and then like overnight you'll lose 4 to 6 pounds or something like that. It's not abnormal at all for something like that to happen. What? Homeostasis. Your body's trying to stay in its same position. It's a safety mechanism. Don't fret, you got to keep at it. It's not going to change. Sometimes it can be weeks before it changes, so you just got to stay with it. I've heard of people saying that it takes up to 2 months following this diet strictly. This way of life. Sorry, the diet word. This way of life strictly, and they didn't lose weight for almost 2 months, but they stuck with it and stuck with it and stuck with it and tightened up and started making sure they were getting their macros instead of actually focusing on the calories in versus calories out, because that doesn't work. You know, if you cheat your body with calories, if you cheat your body with nutrients, it's actually going to lower your metabolic rate. You're not going to actually be able to drop the weight properly. I drop more weight by eating what I should eat than trying to cut calories and put myself in this huge deficit, and I don't lose weight that way. Anyway, it's important that you consume fat on this living style. Protein is essential, but it's not as important as getting that fat in so you can actually feel satiated and make yourself feel full. Because you have to remember, 1 gram of fat has 9 calories. So for 1 gram of fat, that's a large amount of energy. 1 gram of protein only has 4. 1 gram of carbs has 4. So if you think about it, I can have twice the amount, or I can have half the amount of fat to equal twice the amount of protein, and then I would still have more energy from the fat. Or I could have half the amount of fat as twice the amount of carbs, and I can still get more energy from the fat. So you be your own judge, you be your own critic, and just remember, you gotta stick with it. Stick with it, hydrate, sodium, stick with the way of eating. If you're constipated, take care of that. Some ways that you can take care of that is magnesium before bed, or you can increase a dose of vitamin C. You know, the FDA recommended amount is about 2,000 milligrams per day that you can take. They really don't like, it's not recommended to take that much, but that's the max. If you overdose that, you'll probably get into a diuretic effect, and vitamin C alone will actually cause you to lose weight. Do I recommend people doing that every day, overdosing? No. But if you get to a vitamin C, or you get to a constipation standpoint, extra vitamin C will actually cause you to use the bathroom. Some doctors, naturopaths, will use that. And magnesium before you go to bed is going to cause you to use the bathroom easier when you get up, and it's going to cause you to relax and sleep better. All right, I hope these tips helped you, and this is Rich from Keto Nation. If you're looking for a place to come be a part of, or have a home or something like that, come to Keto Nation Official. We're a big family there. We love what we do. We love each other. We always talk. We communicate. We got little groups and stuff going on and stuff like that. We do little boot camps. Come be a part of a family. All right, guys, this is Rich from Keto Nation, and Keto on.